Hailing frequencies open.
Two Starfleet coworkers who are really great.
While boldly exploring outer space.
Fired up the holodeck and had a blast.
Recreating their favorite podcast.
Worf
And Picard.
Worf and Picard.
The Communicatey Tricorder-y.
Hello?
Hello. Sorry. Let me just get set up here.
You're supposed to be set up
Adjusting the
before we
settings.
start recording, Wolf.
No, I know. I just updated Zoom, and I want to make sure that my hardware acceleration's turned off. And
This should
Yes,
all be automatically done
auto-adjusting.
by the ship's computer, Wolf. You don't need to do this manually. This
No,
is
I thought we were.
the
I thought we were.
35,000 version of Zoom.
But I thought we were doing like like real old school podcaster type thing. So I switched off the ship computer monitoring protocols.
What?
You should check your
You've
preferences
left
too,
us
'cause-
vulnerable to attack. What's wrong with you, Wolf?
Oh, I don't think anybody's gonna be way out here in Cardassian space.
We're in Cardassian space. That's enemy space, Wolf.
Right. But I think it's gonna. I think it's.
What is
it's
this,
just,
Wolf? What
it's
is
just for
this?
an hour.
Is there
It's just
some
for an
sort of
Earth hour.
weird performance you're doing to try to capture the 21st century style of podcasting? Just relax. Just
Oh.
be yourself. Stop this whole tight, let me do this thing.
Okay.
This is all going in the podcast. It's not like
Well, we can edit it. Well,
we're not going to edit this. I can tell you that. And we will be doing that in analog fashion, using an ancient copy of GarageBand that Data has so kindly refurbished for us on an old MacBook Pro from 2026.
Ooh, I heard there was massive problems with those.
Or, well, the 2022 one, yes, because anyone who is foolish enough to purchase a MacBook Pro not with the Max chip, but with the chip right under it, was a fool. A silly, silly fool. As we hear in those ancient podcast recordings from the two people who we are attempting to emulate today, our historical heroes, Tony and Johnny.
Yes,
And-
Tony and Johnny. I believe Tony and Johnny did buy the exact same MacBook Pro 2022 with the Pro Max chip. I think Johnny did have the same chip. I think it was the same.
He got
computer.
the Pro Max chip as well.
Yeah, I think if I have my history correct, he did have the same chipset.
That's even more disappointing and surprising what happened to him and his computer. I mean, he went mad from it. Only a few
yes.
years later was he locked up in an institution after he went insane after one of his Zoom calls froze for the 50th time, and he'd
Yes, he
lost
was
it.
Interred for the rest of his life in the Genius Asylum.
Yes, the Apple Genius Asylum that was begun in 2023, as we all remember from our timeline. But this isn't a history podcast.
Well, we should tell the listeners, our favorite podcast, of course, is the Phoney and Collie Show. We love
All right.
it.
Keep it in your pants, Worf.
So we analyzed history, and we found one week where Tony and Johnny were away and couldn't do the podcast. So we thought we'd fill in.
That's right.
And beam our podcast back in time. So
Yes.
we're doing an episode.
All right. Keep it together, cream boy.
What did we call it? The Communicatey and Tricorder-y show.
Tricorder-y show. The Communicatey and Tricorder-y show. Right? So much fun. Such a fun tribute. And I do want to say, Worf, I share your ebullience and excitement. As you know, and I think we both know this, we are avid fans of the Phoney and Collie Show. In fact, I recently I found a way to use a time portal to subscribe to BetterHelp.com. And I
Oh, yes.
and I have been texting a therapist in the past, and it's been quite exciting because, of course, they don't know I'm from the future, and I can talk to them about my poor dead nephew. Oh, my nephew who passed away. And it was all your fault, Worf, because we had to celebrate your promotion on that recreation of the ancient 18th century Enterprise on the holodeck, if you recall.
Sorry. I didn't realize that.
That's right.
Now, the historical records, we have no way of knowing from the historical records that survived whether or not BetterHelp was still interested in sponsoring.
No, we have no idea.
Show
we have no
by the time
clue.
This comes out.
No, we'll cut it out. In that case.
We are beaming back in time on all podcast frequencies.
Yes. Imagine how excited listeners will be when they hear a podcast from the future.
And we are on the holodeck. And why don't you tell? And we're in a little dingy.
Yes, what we did
together.
So we didn't completely emulate the podcast, of course, because we should have run, as I told Worf, a simulation where we were two separate spaces, inferring that we were doing a long distance phone call. That's the telephone. For those of you who don't know what that is, it was a communication device that was employed in the 20th and 21st century with quite amount of success to allow people to instantaneously talk with each other. But I said to Worf 3 or 4 times, Worf, make sure there's 2 separate locations so that we can zoom in and do it properly. And then I got to the holodeck, and it was just one dingy studio, but he had 2 PCs set up, 2 MacBook Pros set up, and for some reason we're still zooming, even though we're looking right at each other.
Yeah. That was my bad, but you know what? I got it pretty close. I did shut down the ship's computer. So
huge problem.
It was a little tough after that.
How, by the way, Worf, exactly how is the holodeck functioning if the ship's computer is turned off?
Well, how is it functioning? God, I mean, ask me how half the stuff on this ship functions. I'm out to sea. I don't know.
Of course you are, because you're the chief of security, Worf. You have no idea how engineering works. You shouldn't be mucking about with the ship's computer, now should you?
Sorry, I just figured we had some time. We had some time out in Cardassian space, and
We're on a diplomatic mission to try to stop the Cardassians from subjugating the Bajorans.
Yeah, but we're taking a break now to do
Okay, well, let's stop talking
what do they
about
do
it.
on the
Let's
podcast?
do
They
it.
start talking about each other, right? Yeah, let's stop talking about the podcast, Captain, and let's start.
Wait a minute. You're the one who's been talking about the structure of the podcast, how it's done, how we're doing it, how we set it up, how we shut down the ship's computer. That's all you. I've been trying to push this along into a casual conversation.
Okay, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. So?
Well, the other day... no, you go.
Oh, what do you mean? What happened the other day?
Oh, well, the other day...
You can't prime it up and say, oh, the other day, and then fall silent.
Well, you were talking too, so I was being polite, Worf, something your filthy Klingon ass wouldn't understand.
My filthy Klingon ass? That's interesting, because
are you going to tell me
like,
you don't have a filthy ass, Worf?
I'm going to tell you that there was everybody noticed some water seeping under the rug outside of the captain's quarters, and there's a rumor going around the ship that you clogged up your toilet.
Well, that would be impossible,
you don't
Worf.
know when to flush.
Well, that would be impossible, Worf, because as everybody knows, toilets in our century, you drop your dookie or make your pee-pee, and then it is transported into space.
Right.
So there's no water involved, Worf. And if you'd
Okay,
like to
so
know...
what were you doing?
Well, I'll tell you, because this is the story I wanted to tell you.
Okay.
So the other day, I said I am so tired of the 3 meals that I have. And as we know, I am a huge fan of Tony and Johnny's diet. So what do? I have taco. I have taco at least twice a week, usually one time if we're near a planet or near a star system. I'll try to go out and get taco at whatever is the local Mexican place that's serving them. Or I, of course, have the replicator make taco. And then the other 2 are ramen. You know, I love a good ramen. And burgers. I love my In-N-Out burger replication, which I perfected.
I can't tell the difference between Earth food. It's all Earth food to me.
What do you mean it's all... What are you, Billy Joel? It's all Earth food to me. Dun, 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 dun. Talking about fries and burgers. Give me some nuggets too. Where's the taco and the pizza? Also, I think I'd like some cheese blue.
I could sing.
It all tastes... Go ahead.
Don't get the reference, but I could play along. I could hang.
It's a Billy Joel reference to It's Still Rock and Roll to Me. Billy Joel, the 20th century performer who recorded great songs such as Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, Piano Man, Miami 2017. Are you telling me that you don't know about any of these Billy Joel songs, Worf?
I mean, am I supposed to know about everything from like 200 years ago?
Try 300, dipshit.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Why, please, do a little bit. I mean, you're such a fan of the show, you would think you would know the references from this time period. But before we get into that, could you explain to me exactly what's so great about Klingon food?
Oh, well, there's so many different kinds. There's sweet and sour Klicknar. There's a quesadillar. There's
sounds like Mexican food.
There's cheeseburger.
Okay,
so
now
many different
come
kinds
on.
from so many different cultures.
Are you telling me there's really something called cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger. Oh, it's great. It's a huge slice. It's a slab of ground, fried, narc hair meat between 2 buttery crink buns, and there's a slice of cheese on it. And that's cheese. That's
Klingon cheese? Is it Klingon cheese, Worf?
Milk. Yeah, Klingon cheese. And you melt that on, put some tomatoes, put some lettuce, and some
Wait a minute,
onion.
why are tomatoes? I'm sorry. Do you just have regular tomatoes?
Regular tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes.
Oh.
And some lettuce, and onion, as I said.
All right.
And,
Okay,
some,
we get it.
Russia dressing.
Okay, all right. First off, as you know, we don't refer to Russia or Russia since the Ukraine war ban of referring to Russia was implemented in 2023 and has stood to this day. We know,
I don't know about
nothing of
Russia.
Russian history. We know nothing of Russian music, nothing of Russian film, all because they said, ban it all. It doesn't matter if it has nothing to do with the current government in 2022 invading Ukraine. Get rid of all of it. I don't want to see it. There are no Russian movies.
All right. Get to your toilet story.
It's not a toilet story, Worf.
All right, sorry. You're getting tired of your 3 meals a day. There was shit water coming out from under your door. So,
Worf, I'll explain to you what happened. I was trying to replicate some ramen, but earlier in the day, I had entered most of the key components to make another In-N-Out burger, but I was experimenting with putting fried pickles on instead. And as you know, the data matrix for fried pickles is one of the most complex computations someone could do on their own. And you know me, I like to compute all my replicator recipes from scratch. I'm not someone who buys prefabricated shards and just puts them in the computer so that you can make it perfectly. I want to have my own replicated fried pickle. Well, later in the day, I was feeling a little hungry. I had just had therapy with Deanna, and we had had a couple of big breakthroughs, including one about accountability. I mean, I'm the captain of a ship, and at the same time, I am not accountable to my time or to other people's time. And I realized, and you remember we had a major confrontation about this, Worf, where you held a scimitar sword to my neck as you told me, you need to keep a schedule. You are making other people work on the weekends. And I thought, this guy's right. This is a good friend, a true friend. Someone who's willing to tell me the hard truth about things that I want to pretend aren't true about me.
That's right. I mean, I don't even know why we have weekends in space. We sort of work all the time anyway.
Well, we're on a starship, Worf, so we're responsible for its operations, but we do get time off, just like a waiter doesn't necessarily get Saturday and Sunday off because that's usually their big money haul days. So a waiter might have a Tuesday and Wednesday off, or maybe, unfortunately, 2 separate days off, which does not a weekend make. And often when you have someone who has 2 separate days off, like, for instance, Riker, we all know how Riker is on Thursdays because he takes Wednesdays and Fridays off. And he's not number oneing, I'll just say that. He's more like number twoing, if you know what I mean.
Right. Let's get back to your number twoing, because I'm really interested in this shitwater story.
Well, to sum it up, Worf, I have forgotten about my burger and fried pickle recipe. I went into my quarters and I said, computer, make me 1 hot vegetable ramen with a soy poached egg. But because I had pre-programmed the burger matrix in there, what came out looked like ramen, felt like ramen, but when I ate it, it tasted like an In-N-Out burger in fried pickle broth. Now you'd think, ooh, that's delicious. And it was delicious at first. And I went, oh, I've created something new. I have to call Worf. That's why I called you and said, oh, come to my quarters. I made an incredible breakthrough in taste technology. Well, no sooner had I called to you, I felt a gurgle and a burble in my tum-tum. And I didn't know what to do, and I couldn't get to the toilet fast enough. I called down to O'Brien to ask him to beam whatever was in my stomach out of my stomach, but he said he could potentially remove organs. So I did what any good captain would do. I pulled down my pants, backed my ass right up to my front door, and then just pushed wet brown shit water out of my ass, going, well, it's somebody else's problem because it's out in the hallway now.
I mean, there was so much water. It was like all the way out into the bridge, like into my standing. You know that area of the bridge where I stand?
Yes, I know.
It was like creeping into my area.
Yes, I can. Let me tell you something. In Starfleet Academy, I often was challenged. They call it the Picard Water Challenge. And it was how much water or liquid or soup I could consume in a 10-hour period. And I can hold water. I don't know what it is about me, Worf, but I can hold a lot of water. I mean, don't you think sometimes you go, there must be an engineer on another ship somewhere beaming more diarrhea into my stomach? Because when you make diarrhea, you're like, how much water is in my body? I mean, I know it's 70%, but what's happening? Am I blasting out 30, 40% of this water? Am I going to dry up? Am I going to dry up like some sort of saline creature, like the one who attacked Admiral McCoy so many years ago that's recorded in the history books?
I don't know about no saline creature. I think you just need to drink more water.
It was required teaching at the Academy, Worf.
Well, so was that. Remember day one? They go, nobody's going to be able to beam diarrhea out of your stomach, so don't ask.
Oh, don't
That's
talk to me about day
stuff. Day one stuff. because everybody goes, what do I do if I gotta piss and shit? Can't they just beam it out? And they say, no, it's too dangerous. So you're the captain, all right? You got to set an example.
Oh, Regina, I'm so excited. We went on this vacation we won to Kronos. I've always wanted to try Klingon cuisine.
Are we? Sorry, is this a scene on Kronos? Let me reprogram the holodeck to put us there.
You don't need to do that. It's just an audio.
Let me reprogram.
No, stop it.
I want us to be there. I want us to be there.
Stop
it. Let me reprogram. Where are we?
Reprogramming it.
Where are we?
I just said Kronos.
But like at a restaurant or like where?
Just go with the scene.
Who am I? Who am I? What are you wearing? Am I Regina? Okay. I'll be in a mini skirt and okay. You're
Jesus
in a tuxedo.
Christ.
Okay, we're outside of Click Burgers at Click Burgers at on Kronos. Okay.
Wonderful,
okay.
wonderful. Wolf, goddammit.
I've never been to such a planet before. I too am excited to try this cuisine.
But Regina, you are an adopted Klingon, so this has a much deeper significance to you. I mean, our marriage that we had many years ago was controversial at the time. I being an Earth human male and you being a Klingon woman who was adopted by two disgusting, filthy, fucking Greeks.
Sorry, you're right. Sorry, I forgot about that. We came to renew our vows on the homeland of my birth and travel. Finally, we got some time. The kids are grown, and we got some time to travel.
Right. That's right. Don't be so nervous, Regina.
Well, I just haven't been back since I was a baby.
Right. Well, I mean, you don't remember being a baby, though.
Right. Should we put our names in?
Yes, I would love that.
Hi. Could we,
Hello.
a table?
What can I help you with?
Well, a table for two. Table for two.
You are wishing to make a reservation?
Well, can we eat now? Is there room now? Is there a wait?
Klingon custom says you should slap me in the face if you wish to get my attention for reservation.
Oh, well, I don't want to, okay, Captain, is it okay if I slap you in the face?
God damn it, Worf, just do the fucking scene and commit to it. We didn't read that UCB book for nothing.
I just don't know if I feel comfortable slapping
Just
you.
stage slap me. You know what? Just do a pathetic slap in front of my face, like most early Herald teams or people in level 3 classes do. Just pathetic, sad wave of your hand in front of my face that conveys nothing. And quite frankly,
table for two. Sorry. I meant to just hit. Sorry.
That is fine. That is fine. I appreciate your Klingon custom and that you were willing to adhere to it. You are look Klingon, but you are not from here. You said too. Would you like the patio near the lava falls, or would you like the grotto beneath the basement?
Patio sounds nice.
Grotto? Oh, whoops. Opposites do attract.
What?
Opposites do attract.
Oh.
You and me.
Oh, Captain,
Regina.
you were being my husband when you said grotto. Well, whatever you want, dear. Grotto it is, I guess. The man gets what the man wants.
What is this? You are a Klingon woman. You are equal to man, if not superior. Why would you not? Why would you not assert yourself?
Then, patio.
Ow! 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 All right, I get it. You only slap once. Now you stop. Follow me, please.
This is lovely. Does any of the visuals here spark any memories, Regina?
Yes. That violent volcano reminds me of my parents, and that microphone and pop screen shouldn't be there. I should have programmed away that's
Oh,
part of
God's
the old
sakes,
recording
Worf.
room. Sorry, let me program that away. Yeah.
Can't you just
no.
commit to the scene? Didn't you think that it would have been fun to just commit to the scene instead of this, which seems to actually interrupt the flow of something that's becoming fun and then immediately stops being fun because of this mechanics shit you keep doing?
Oh, this is nice. There's napkin
no,
on the lap.
I'm out of it.
No.
How could I do it? I don't even know where we are anymore. Are we in the grotto or are
being
we on the
seated
patio?
on the patio. We're being seated on the patio because I insisted. Okay.
Oh, Regina, look at the menu items. There's a cheeseburger
With fresh lettuce and onions and tomato.
That's what I'm gonna have. Are there specials?
Regina, of course there's specials. Why don't you read them off the menu?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. There's a little supplemental piece of paper in here with the specials on it.
What are you,
Okay.
Yiddish or Klingon?
You know what? I'll just have the cheeseburger and a margarita.
All right, well, when the waiter gets here, we'll tell him.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, he was just what, the maitre d' or something? Oh, he's gone.
Yes, that's the maitre d'. The way a restaurant works, Regina, as you know, is that the maitre d' at best might get a drink order.
Except on Klingon, the maitre d's sometimes double as the waiter, depending on the size of the restaurant.
Regina,
okay?
Regina. Okay,
So
okay.
you gotta just fucking lay off. Just let me do my thing, man.
All right.
Husband.
Okay, Regina, put the phaser
Shit.
down. Just
Oh.
put that phaser down. All right, it was set to vaporize. And not the kind that we like with an ice bomb.
All right.
Oh my God! Oh, don't look now! Don't look now! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
What?
Hello, I am Kalis.
Oh, Kalis. You
It's
work
a
here now?
pleasure. No, I'm dining over there. I am
Oh, how
Kalis,
funny.
one of the great ancient generals of Klingon lore, and
I know, you're
was
legend. You're myth.
I
A warrior
am
of myth.
I know. Who is this?
Oh, that's my wife, Regina.
I love your line of inexpensive shoe stores that you have.
Oh yes, Kalis shoes. We are.
Doesn't it feel good to Kalis?
Absolutely, it does. Thank you. I wanted to say thank you to your husband, Dr. Soon, for creating data.
Yes, that's right. I'm Dr. Soon, and I program data.
Wow. I don't know who that is, because I'm just a half Klingon, half Jewish woman on her marriage vow trip.
Wouldn't you
But,
know what I do for a living, dear?
You know what? I never took much of an interest. I'm more of a lore person myself.
Okay. Well, nice to see both of you. Dr. Soon, a pleasure. Enjoy your meal. Regina, pleasure.
Yeah, wow, a
guess.
living legend. Are you a clone? You're a clone of Kalis, right?
Those words shall bring you death.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I mean, I thought everybody...
He doesn't like to be referred to as a clone because of the prejudice shown towards clones. You know, that they're cheap, that they control the banks, that they control the media.
Well, what does he think? Everybody thinks he's the original Kalis from thousands of years ago? I mean, he's a germ. He's a piece of filth grown in a lab.
I'm standing right here, and this piece of filth would like to buy you 2 margaritas.
Ooh, now you're
On
talking my
me.
language. That's some fucking clone shit I could get with.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, a successful vow renewal.
Yes, of course. That's how it works in Klingon culture. Renewing your vows is just a meal at a restaurant.
Worf, I think we might have to read Truth in Comedy again. Because you really were dipping in and out of that scene. No commitment.
Oh, sorry. I think it was good.
No, it was
I
a
think it
fun
was good.
scene when you were doing it, Worf. When you were doing it!
Wait a minute.
Tell
I
closely.
programmed that. We were there on Crone at that
It's
restaurant.
not about the holodeck. It's about what you do with your imagination. That's what
You
the
look great.
legendary paranoid heroin addict Del Close said.
All right. I mean, I thought it was pretty good.
You know, someday, remind me, we have to go on an adventure back in time where we meet L. Ron Hubbard, Del Close, and a man named Gene Roddenberry, and then influence one of them to actually pre-record the history of our future as fiction in the 20th century.
Yeah, I'll add that to my to-do list. I don't have
you
enough
cunt.
to fucking do around here.
Well, it's time for us to beam our guest in for our 3-way conversation. Are you ready?
Yeah, we decided to keep we just call it 3-way, just like they did.
Now, we captured this gentleman from the past. We brought him through a tachyon window, and we've held him to beam him into the holodeck now. He has no idea what's happening. He was just... oh, boy,
So I wanted
some
to
of that-
ask, so he's not an AI construct within the holodeck. We actually brought him through time.
Well, what did you tell him?
I haven't told him anything. I have a
Wait, does he not know at all what's going on?
No, I don't know. Let's find out.
Well, let's find out. And now, let's beam him into our 3-way. This gentleman. Here he is. He's beaming in right now. All right.
Oh, look who it is.
He's appeared and materialized before us.
Hello.
Ancient Earth human William Bradford Hines.
Yes,
Correct.
we searched all the historical records to find what we thought would be the most perfect podcast guest for our recreation of the Phoney and Collie show. And we discovered this William B. Hines is the perfect guest according to all metrics by the ship's computer.
So I guess, have I been woken up out of suspended animation,
Well,
or
this
just
is
am I?
we wanted to ask you. Are you?
What do you last
Because
remember?
we're confused a little bit. Did we bring you through time, or are you a reconstructed AI based on what we know historically about William?
Yeah, I think I
Will
might be
Hines?
a computer's best guess as to what Willie B. Hines would be like based on records. I think
right,
that I
perfect.
am dead, and that what this is a computer-generated AI.
Well, we
Okay.
know you'd be dead, but we could go back in time and bring you...
Yes. I think I feel like an AI.
Well,
Okay,
you
so-
know, I'll tell you, if this AI isn't that interesting, we should kill it and then just immediately replace him with the actual Will B. Hines from the
Yes,
past.
that makes sense.
Okay.
That's a good backup plan.
We'll
yeah.
just keep
all
that
right.
in our back pocket.
Yeah. If I'm really boring, just kill me and bring through time the actual Willie B. Hines, and I'm sure it'll be way better.
All right. So I'm going to say inconclusive here.
Okay. Yeah, we don't.
So,
know.
in other words, we're still not sure if this is the AI.
We have no idea. No, we don't know.
Let's see if
idea.
we can tell
from,
the
from
difference.
my experience, it'll be the same, right? Whether I'm an AI who believes he's Willie B. Hines or the actual Willie B. Hines brought through time, it's sort of the same to me.
Well, that is true. It is a
Yeah.
question. It is a paradox that has been one that I have debated with my good friend Data many times.
Yes.
Is Data a person or simply a construction of positronic parts emulating a
That thinks
person.
it's a person.
But
Yeah,
then
that's right.
couldn't you say that about yourself? Aren't you a construction of parts of essentially electrical parts with
Yes.
contained within organic matter? But
Yes.
what is the
We're-
construct?
We're
Well-
each just a story we tell ourselves.
Let's ask him something that only William Bradford Hines would know.
Okay,
right.
yeah, let's try
What
that, yeah.
is They Might Be Giants' third album called?
Flood.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. The computer sensor says yes. He is
Only-
correct.
Only in all the historical records, Willie B. Hines is the only person who would know the answer to
Wait
that
a minute.
question.
Willie, I have one. Do you
Okay.
know the 900 number, the actual number that you had to call to hear a daily They Might Be Giants song?
It was 1-718-387-6962.
This is verified.
Oh, sorry. 718-387-6962. That was the dial-a-song number.
Wow.
And that lasted
wow.
until like 2005 or something like that.
I think this is it. This is verifiable. He might be a new holodeck Moriarty. It's possible that you might actually be able to sustain your existence outside of the holodeck.
I love those episodes or whatever, that real chapter in your lives.
Episodes?
Episodes? What
Sorry.
are you talking about?
I love that adventure. I love that occurrence.
How did
Are you
know about
astonished?
it?
Yeah, how do you know about the fact that Moriarty was both a figure in my pursuit of playing Sherlock Holmes on the holodeck with my friends, and then it turned out that he was a complex composition of both the ship's computer and the holodeck's intelligence
I think-
matrix, so
I
that
think
he
this
was
is
able
more-
to escape. And then he helped me out solving another mystery. Because do you think I gave up on doing Sherlock Holmes shit after that? Nope, kept doing it.
I think I must be an AI because perhaps the captain's logs and the records of the Starship Enterprise are mixed in with my memories because I remember witnessing the thing you're talking about
Oh, could you tell
with
me
Moriarty.
Dr. Crusher's panty size then?
Let me check. I don't have that information. No, I'm sorry.
I don't
I wish.
know. I don't know. Jerry's still out about this AI then.
We don't know. It could be.
I've
It could
been
be.
craving
right.
Yeah.
to learn Dr. Crusher's panty size so I could purchase her some panties.
Doctor who?
Dr. Crusher.
Dr. Crusher.
Oh yes.
You know
Beverly Crusher.
Beverly Crusher, who
Yes,
almost married a ghost on an Irish planet?
Yeah.
seems like
Jerry's still out on this guy.
Yeah,
my
Jerry
memories,
is
I guess,
still
are
out.
not as clear as you about your own life. I maybe have tuned in now and then to the memories of your life, and not 100%. So I don't know everything.
Well, we were
Well-
talking, we were talking about friendships. As you
Oh, yeah.
know, Worf and I, we have a complex friendship. I mean,
I
if
bet,
there's
yeah.
anyone I spend the most time with,
Simple
it's
to
Worf.
me. Toxic abuse.
So Worf, you're a Klingon who's raised on Earth. Is that correct?
Oh,
yeah.
Your allegiances
Yeah.
are with Starfleet, even though your home planet is pretty much an enemy of
Yeah,
Starfleet.
he's a total traitor.
Well, we've
Klingon's
become
not an
more
enemy
friendly.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've become more friendly.
I think I am like the leader of the Klingon Empire, actually.
You are?
Is that right?
Yes, I think I'm like an honorary prime minister or something.
Good. heavens.
Whoa.
I remember that they conveyed some sort of trial. I think you were put on trial, Worf, if I remember. And I had to. Yeah, and I had to advocate on your behalf, and I was revered because, of course, of Kalis, who was featured in our improv scene.
You know Kalis?
I don't know Kalis.
He operates a series of Klingon shoe stores in the future.
So how's it been going, Worf, Picard? How's your hanging out been going? Do you think it's been entertaining? Has it been provocative? How can I help you?
Well, we're we did a
Keep it together,
we've done
Wolf.
pretty
Try to keep the
well.
voice.
Well, I mean, we don't do podcasts often,
Right.
you know.
So this
but,
it's a little new
it's
for you
something we've been
guys.
wanting to dabble into, and it's always hard to tell how it's going when you're doing it. But
Yeah, so maybe it's an unfair
I think it's
question.
gonna be pretty funny. I think it's been
Sounds good.
honest. You know, it's a little clunky.
Well,
Sure, that's like any podcast. That's like any podcast.
Well, what I would say is we've spent many, we've studied all 27 of the Tony and the Phoney and Colley show episodes that
I see.
are available. Because as you know, we are purists. So we actually have a tachyon time stream that pushes the Apple Podcast or Spotify or Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts. It pushes the episodes as they are released in time in the past. So
Okay.
we are in essentially parallel timelines. So
Yes.
we don't know what the
So there
next
are other
episode-
episodes that will yet happen in the past that you do not yet have access
Well,
to.
yes,
We only
yes.
have access to it week to week in the past.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And we've
As each
rated
week
and reviewed.
passes in the
We've done
past,
5
yeah.
stars and done the
for you.
paragraph review as we are supposed to do. But we do know, of course, that Tony and Johnny, the Phoney and Colley show, is one of, if not the most successful podcast in all of human history, and it reshapes both global policy and changes the poverty status for billions of people. It elevates, of course, healthcare around the world. All of this while Johnny is locked in a madhouse because he's lost his mind because his computer doesn't work properly. That he's still able to do the podcast.
And the podcast made just, tons of money for any company that
Oh, yes.
sponsored them. Just
Yeah.
like
Any company that sponsored them.
I've only listened to a couple of the Phoney and Colley episodes. I've listened to
interesting.
maybe
What?
5.
I'm surprised by that.
that's weird.
Yes, and do you having listened to more than me, do the co-hosts continue to squabble and sort of blame each other for problems?
Oh, they
Oh,
squabble.
yes.
Did they work that stuff out?
Squabble, they have to delete almost entire episodes because they fight so much during an episode they have to delete.
I know that they're dear friends in real life, but just from listening to the episodes, it seems like that friendship is teetering. on
Would it
fracturing.
be the Phoney and Colley show without consistent squabbling?
And
Yes.
blaming each other, I think, for problems and sort of like, and just a lot of agitation and sort of self-punishment and torture. Does that, does that continue?
Yes,
Yes,
and
that is
people, whenever they listen to
continuing.
the podcast, they say, "Is that real? Is that there shouldn't be this much strife in a podcast? It's
Yeah.
fairly low stakes."
Yes.
But
It's high
Yes.
stakes to those two idiots, I'll tell you that.
It
they
sounds like
managed
the,
to make it an issue. Yeah.
from what I've observed, the strife is what's interesting to me is it's both outward and inward. It seems they direct it outward towards each other as they cite each other's faults with ample evidence, but also inward as they talk about the strain and torture they personally go through in accomplishing the podcast.
Well,
Well, you
isn't
say
that
you've
a-
only listened to a couple, really?
That's interesting. You've only listened to a couple of them, yet
I've
you've
listened to
gleaned this
4,
much.
maybe 5 or 6 episodes.
Oh, really?
Right.
What was your
Yeah.
favorite improv soundtrack? Which one did you think was the best audio escape?
I really like the Christmas one with the
Oh, yeah.
with
Come on.
Bob Cratchit and the anti-vax Santa really made me laugh.
Yes, yes. It's Pod Crotchet, actually.
Okay, thank you. I really adored that episode. I thought that was really
That's
fun.
interesting. It sounds like you only listened to that one, and you're trying
I'm trying to
to
remember
make up
what
other
ones
ones
I
you
heard. No,
listen to.
I've heard other ones.
Well, they're
One
really
actually had the
exciting.
least squabbling.
Yeah, that actually was the most agreeable of all of them.
I think there was one just with the two of you where it opened with how you had to throw one out, and this was a brand new one. I think. Just
Yes.
With the two of you.
Yes. Yeah.
That one
the
was
Matt
with Matt Besser,
one.
the legendary Matt Besser.
Yes. That was really fun. I mean, they're really funny. I've enjoyed them very much, but I worry for the hosts.
Well, I will say, and I have had privy. I will admit that I've gone back in time. Worf and I both went back in time. We visited them a few times in disguise, of course. Of course, Worf always has to be the Elephant Man, and they're always like, "Well, didn't the Elephant Man die 100 years ago?" Oh no, there he is, wrapped in bandages.
Here I am, the Elephant Man. I put on my pathetic English accent, and I'm the Elephant Man. Pretty good, right?
That is pretty good. Yeah.
And what I've learned is that
there is a bit of ginning up the debate on the podcast because that's fun, sort of a brand. But the problem is that sometimes when there are actual interpersonal issues that are playing out behind the scenes of the podcast, sometimes the line gets blurred and they don't know whether there are 4 lights or 5 lights.
Oh, come on, Picard, hold it together.
I'm sorry. We're in Cardassian space, and I recalled the time that I was interrogated by a Cardassian, and he made me say there were 4 lights instead of 5 lights.
Oh, yeah, we should tell you we're in Cardassian space right now. Are you familiar with that?
I cannot remember what that means.
Cardassians are a hostile empire that we're in conflict with.
They have very, very pronounced collarbones. Yes?
You're in hostile space right now.
Yes, they look like professional swimmers. That's what Cardassians look like.
Yeah,
they look like
Michael Phelps.
Yeah, they look like Michael Phelps, you know, but without the bog in his hand, you know what I mean? Zing!
Yeah.
Yep. Phelps, he smoked a bong that once.
Oh,
That's a really funny picture. He was really going at it. I love that picture of him smoking that bong.
Yes. Then he had to get therapy.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that had a huge impact on him.
It did.
Well, look, how are you doing, Will?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, what's going on with you, AI Will?
Let me see. Again, it's hard to know if this is my real feelings or just the feelings I am programmed to have. I'm having a great day.
Just, you are?
What did you do today?
My recent memories were of being in Los Angeles. I had breakfast with my friend Jim Woods. I walked around.
What'd you have?
Yeah, what
I
did
had
you
huevos rancheros and black coffee.
Oh.
Now, here's a question about the huevos rancheros. Now, there's some huevos rancheros where they just slap a tortilla on there, some beans and eggs, a little cheese, and call it a day. And then there's real huevos rancheros where there's guacamole, there's pico de gallo, there's sour cream, there's beans and rice, and it's beautifully plated, and it has a... That's
what I had.
Oh,
I had the real
good.
deal. I had the real deal. Guacamole, sour cream, pico de gallo.
Oh, wow.
Beans and rice. Lovely warmed. It was a hefty meal.
Oh, would you have a problem with the way I pronounced pico de gallo, Wolf?
No, I had a problem with the way Will pronounced it. He said pico de gallo.
I know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
said
sorry.
he, referring to Will.
Oh, I thought you said I, referring to you.
Nope. Why would I say that about somebody else?
I thought you were talking about yourself.
All right. Moving on, Wolf.
I don't know how to pronounce foods. I'm a dummy about foods. It's a source of great embarrassment for me, actually.
And it will be in your undoing later in your life.
Can you pronounce Spanish words that aren't foods?
No.
It's not just
well,
a
let's
food
try.
issue,
Why don't you try saying hola?
Hola.
Very good.
All right. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Now try saying Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
All right, that's a food. You did it.
Not a Spanish
I guess I'm all
word.
right. I guess I'm not the rube that I thought I
Here's
was.
a trick question. Say Barcelona.
Barcelona.
No, it's Barcelona.
It's the
Barcelona.
Castilian
Barcelona.
Spanish. As you know, Picard Vineyard is only about 1,500 kilometers away from Barcelona in France.
I did not know that. Oh yeah, Picard has a vineyard.
Yes, I
you
have a
you
vineyard.
have a vineyard.
You
Yes,
don't need
yes,
to
yes.
refer to me in the third person.
Oh yeah, you must be
just
the
'cause-
last person in the fucking galaxy that doesn't know Picard's got a vineyard. He'll tell you about it. You talk to Picard for 3 minutes, he'll tell you about his vineyard, stomping grapes, walking
I didn't
around.
hear. You know, I didn't hear you complaining when we recreated that famous Lucy and Ethel scene together, where we stomped grapes in the same bucket.
Yeah, you didn't hear me complaining because your ears were full of grape pulp. I was bitching
Why?
the whole time. It was slippery. My feet hurt. I fell out and knocked the wind out of me.
God, how
Hurt
you
my
could ever be
shins.
seen as a warrior is beyond me. They should have drowned you at birth, Worf.
All right, that's enough. You dishonored me for the last time.
Get
I'll
your
get you.
hands off of me.
Don't do it.
I'll
Don't do it.
put
Hey,
my hands
Get your
where I
hands off
want
of me.
them.
Don't-
Stop
hey,
tapping the
Shut
mic.
up, you will, you stupid AI.
You're whacking me with your
Stop
hand.
that. Don't hit the AI. We don't know if he's real or not. And if Will is the real Will that we brought to attack you on stream, and you kill him, it could alter the future.
Oh yeah, how? What does he do? That's so,
Well, if I'm a
so
guest on a
history
future
making?
episode of Phoney and Collie, you'll disrupt this podcast that you love so much.
Wolf. Oh,
Well-
what a big fucking dummy.
Oh,
Didn't
maybe
think
we'll
that
just
far
kill
ahead.
you and then call Phoney, Tony, and Johnny in the past and tell them not to book you anymore.
Don't do that. What's the point of that? I'm
To
friends with
maintain
those
the time
guys.
stream, genius.
Well,
First off,
think
I don't think if either Tony or Johnny got a random unknown number phone call that they actually answered and then heard either of us say, "Don't book Will Hines," we'd probably ignore it or be like,
Intrigued.
oh my God, I'm so in character. I think I'm them.
Well, it wouldn't be a phone call. It would be the Elephant Man, and he would come. And
He would call
tell
on
them,
your behalf?
Oh, don't book that Will Hines anymore. He's dead.
I think if you kill me, it'll mess up things that you care about. That's my defense of my own life. It'll mess up the Phoney and Collie show, or just I think that Picard is right. It will disrupt things that you care
Wait,
about.
here's a
I think
question.
the timeline's gonna be okay.
Wait,
what's
here's
the
a question, Will. I have a question for you, Will. What do you think? This is a serious question.
Okay.
Do you think there is something that you have yet to do in your life that would
Yeah.
significantly contribute to the timeline, good or bad? Like it could lead
Yeah.
to the end or whatever. But do you
Do
think?
I think that's true?
Do you, and what do you think it is? What do you think of your plans in your life?
I think
What is-
yes, I think it is
yes.
true. I'm still I teach a lot of students still, and I do a lot of comedy in the indie scene. And I bet you that there is some future big star that I will either help reach success or destroy. And I bet you that will have a significant impact on like the entertainment world. I believe that's true.
Maybe if we kill you, there'll be less competition for Tony and Johnny going into those auditions.
No, hold on a
We
second
don't need
there.
more improv stars competing
Now, hold
with
on
our
a second,
beloved
Worf.
Tony and Johnny.
Don't be silly. The people I work with are way younger. They're not competing for the same roles that Tony and Johnny.
Excuse me, I think that Tony could play at least 32.
Johnny,
Maybe 32,
Tony
but I'm
and
working
Johnny
with students who are in their early 20s. You know?
Okay, well, but you know, Tony and Johnny have been really working on their health and fitness, and they, you know,
Yeah, the pictures I've seen of them recently, they look great. Yeah, they're really taking care of themselves. They seem healthy and vibrant.
I hear they're calling Tony the 21st century Shirley Temple.
I haven't heard that myself. I think that would be weird. Tony's certainly a youthful, vibrant guy, but I don't think he could play a 6-year-old girl or a 7-year-old girl.
Oh.
I don't think he tap dances. I don't think he's got. I don't think he would ever be in competition.
You
for
don't
a
think
Shirley
Tony
Temple.
could learn to tap dance if they needed it for a role? You don't think Tony is?
What are you
You
doing?
don't think he's?
Stop it!
Stand down right now, Wolf. Stand down right now.
Tony could do whatever he's called upon to do in a performance setting.
I don't. He can't tap dance. He's clumsy. He wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh, stop that! How dare you say that about Tony?
I know his dad's a musician, so maybe he could like play an instrument or be
Nope,
musical. I'm
can't
sure that's
do that.
possible.
He can't do any of that.
Okay, so then even more, I believe he wouldn't be able to tap dance.
Well, I have to say, Wolf, first off, you have quite a grip. But
Yeah,
Will,
Thank you.
I will say that
Tell that to my balls.
Worf is a real Tony head. You know how they're...
Are you saying that your balls feel you don't have a good grip? Is that
Yes,
what you're saying?
my balls consistently want to be squeezed tighter than I am able to.
Have you ever seen a scarab beetle? You know the scarab beetle?
I think I have seen a scarab beetle.
His
yeah.
balls look like 2 scarab beetles. Like they
It's
have
carved out of
exoskeletons on them.
jade. Yes.
Oh, weird.
Then his cock it literally looks like one of those swords from
Breath of the Wild. It's just sort of a
Can I ask you
phony-
something, Captain? How do you know what my cock and balls look like?
Well, Worf, I guess this is as good as time as any to reveal to you that on a recent adventure that Q took me on to save humanity, he brought me in a period of time close to the timeline we're in now, and we were having a casual conversation while you were showering in your quarters, and I took a peek.
What? All right. I still don't really get
I've
what
also
Q's
seen
all
your
about.
cock and balls.
You've seen it?
Yes, part of being an AI. I was shown naked images of most of the crew of the Enterprise. A lot of them I didn't know.
Why is that part of being an AI?
Yeah, what exactly
I don't know.
does that
They
help?
You don't know? You don't have an explanation for that.
No, I was given just
I've
basic
got it.
information on the Enterprise, probably by mistake. The same way I was given access to the Moriarty adventure.
Moriarty? Who's that?
How do you say it?
What are you, a Moriarty idiot?
What are you,
Moriarty.
Moriarty?
How do you say it?
It's Moriarty.
Moriarty? How did I say it?
You said
went-
Pico de Gallo.
Now this is like Phoney and Collie, nitpicking over the slightest mistakes.
Wolf, we're doing it.
We're doing
Oh my
it.
God,
We're
oh my God,
achieving
oh my God,
full
we're doing it,
Phoney
we're
and
doing it,
Collie.
we're doing it,
We're
doing
doing
it,
it. The
we're
best
doing it,
endorsement
we're
we
doing
could
it,
have
we're
gotten.
doing it. We're
Yeah.
doing it.
I kind of
Yes,
feel like I'm in a
yes.
middle school cafeteria where if I dare express myself and don't toe the line exactly logically, I'll be called out and ridiculed. Yes.
Oh my God, I
this
can't
is
wait
what
to
it's
tell
like.
Guided. I can't wait to go to 10 forward tonight and tell Guided what Will
Oh.
said.
Ooh, what do you want to get 10 forward tonight? I've been so nervous about doing this show. It's going to be such a relief to be done.
Oh,
What do you want?
I can't wait. I'm going to get tribble wings. I'm going to get fried tribble wings with ranch buffalo sauce.
I'm going to get a fucking barbecue chicken pizza.
What
You
would
want to come,
have?
Will?
Yeah, Will.
Yeah,
what would you do
If you're
if
a time traveler, you can
Yeah.
come with us after the podcast. If you're AI, you have to stay in the holodeck. 'cause
No,
it's
he
the
might
only
be able to pull a Moriarty and leave.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, we should try it. But what would you get in 10
What'd you
forward?
get?
I think I would like some grilled Borg.
Whoa.
Grilled Borg?
You
A
do
piece
realize
of the Borg, a piece
You
of the
do-
Borg sawed
It's gonna be like-
off from the collective and
Borg
grilled.
are
Chunks of
just
met-
people. No, but
I want a
Borgs
piece-
are people that
I want
are
a person
just
who's
consumed by
been
machines.
assimilated.
So you're a cannibal.
There's gonna be like chunks of metal and shit in it.
I still think it'd be kind of fun to eat something that intelligent. I think it would be intriguing. I mean, the Borg's
So-
intelligent, isn't it?
So your menu choices are so those eggs, that chicken must have been pretty fucking smart for you at breakfast this morning.
Yeah. Well, it was just eggs, rice, and beans. Oh, I see. Yes, yeah, the chicken that made the eggs. I guess because it tasted good.
I mean, Borgs
I don't know, I
aren't
just
more
think it'd be-
intelligent than a person. Why don't you just want to eat a person then?
It just feels unsporting. I mean, if it feels like the Borg, the person's been lost. You know what I mean?
So that's what
They're-
holds you back, is it's not sporting enough to eat a human being?
Yeah, it just feels like, well, it just feels immoral. But I think like eating something that's become part of the Borg, that person's not a person anymore. They've given up their humanity, so it's not a crime.
My good friend, 7 of 9 would disagree with you.
Yeah. So
Well,
would
7 of
Captain
9
Picard.
broke
He
away
was,
from the Borg.
So did Captain Picard. You want to
Well,
eat him?
I
Well,
was
not now.
so cutest.
You
when-
were
when-
very locutus as a
When
Borg.
Picard was part of the Borg, yes. When 7
Thank
of
you.
9 was part of the Borg, yes. But I wouldn't want to do that to 7 of 9 when she was free of the Borg, and Picard, I wouldn't want to do that to you now. But yeah.
So
Once
after
you were-
breakfast, what did you do?
Oh, I talked to my friend John Flynn.
Oh.
John published a book today, and he wrote a book, and I've
Wait a minute.
been helping him publish it.
Today?
He
Today,
published
yeah.
the book today?
Today,
Like it released today? Or?
like it was available today on Amazon. Like
Okay.
today's the first day that it was like,
published
available.
before today, distributed today.
Yes, that's. Thank you for pointing out that difference. Again, really feel like being on Phoney and Collie.
Woo!
Yes. Oh, yeah. He thinks he's
All
on
right.
Phoney and Collie, but he's
We
on
got it.
Tricorder-y and Communicatey.
Communicatey and Tricorder-y
I mean, Communicatey
show.
and Tricorder-y show.
So John and I were talking about how to promote that because it's this memoir called Baked. I guess I'll plug it to the future. I guess this is the future, so it should technically still be available.
His weed cookies, right?
Yes, it's memoirs about his time selling pot cookies. Lots of
He
stories
hasn't
from
thought
the 2000s.
about how to promote it prior to the day it came out?
He has, and we were just sort of confirming, all right, you post here, I'll post here. This is what we'll do next. We kind of just celebrated it being available.
Oh, I'm excited
So we
for
did-
that. I'll
we did
get
that.
a copy of that.
I'm
it's a
excited
really-
for that too.
It's a really good book. I've read it several times, and
I remember that Johnny Conroy was very upset that John Flynn was moving in on his turf.
yes,
I remember
right.
that
I
actually
do remember
being a
that.
real conflict that I read
hot
about.
territory wars of early UCB.
Yes, well, you know the great UCB story and how they were resurrected to create one of the finest legion of Palantir drone pilots ever created.
Yeah, I didn't know that happened.
But they're all dead now, 300 years. So
It's all been settled.
Yes, it has all been settled, hasn't it?
So, but John's book is about the early days of UCB, long before social media was even part of the society.
Yeah, what an unfortunate development. It brought down humanity.
Oh, that's a shame to learn. My AI memory only goes up to about 2022.
Oh, well, we purposely program you that way. Data.
I guess
Had
that's
a
how
hand
far
in
you
that.
are up to the release of the podcast that you're copying.
And what did you do after that? After your delicious huevos rancheros with John Flynn
I
planning
came
out?
home.
no,
I
he
put
had
on.
Huevos Rancheros with Jim Woods. Then
That's
he
right.
talked to John Flynn.
Oh,
That's
so
right.
John Flynn didn't even get the benefit of a breakfast.
He
Nope.
didn't. Then I went home and I played a video game.
Oh, what
I'm-
was it?
What game did
It's
you
an
play?
old game, Arkham Knight,
Yes, of course. It's a Batman story.
and I'm doing the challenges. I finished the game and the
now
side
you're just
quests,
doing
and I'm
the
doing the
challenges,
challenges. Yes.
Oh, that's
Worf
wonderful.
laughed at me. I'm not sure why.
Worf, why are you so upset that the AI Will Hines is doing the Arkham challenges?
Because it's so boring, or
I just, I was just.
what a waste of time is what you're
Don't be a pussy
Yeah,
now, Worf.
yeah.
Come on,
It's an
here's
old
a chance
game.
to be a Klingon.
It's an old game. It's
Uh-huh.
already old
Yeah.
and doesn't bear replaying.
Uh-huh.
And you're not even replaying it. You're just
Just
ticking
doing the
off
challenges.
You're just
Yeah.
checklisting the game.
That's correct. It's good, like, I don't know, it's soothing to me to
And
like
when you
checklist a
finish
game.
doing that, what feeling do you think you'll be left with?
Like, it's, you know what, it's like a completion hit. It gives me the same satisfaction of like doing tasks.
Yes.
It does. It feels like that.
Well, that's
Yeah.
like my game. When I play my holodeck games, like I want to solve all the Sherlock Holmes mysteries. So I pick each mystery and then I conscript the entire bridge crew so that then we're all in one place, in a room, locked in it, while a second tier crew is running the flagship of the of the Federation, usually in some threatening area. I mean, I have done some of these Sherlock Holmes mysteries when we're like in front of like a vortex or something we don't even know about. And I'm like, hey, put this on hold. It's time for me to go do my mystery. And I feel like I was robbed of that completion by the Moriarty escaping, which is why I have a proposal for you, Will Be Hines AI.
All right.
I
What
would
is it?
propose to you that you take the place of Moriarty. That you would be the villain in my holodecks.
I'd be honored. I would love to. I can't say his
defeat
name, but
you.
I love Moriarty.
Yes, and unfortunately we'll have to change his name to Moriarty Gaio.
Oh, no. 2 words that I have trouble with. Moriarty Gaio?
Moriarty de Gallo.
De Gaio.
It's the most when you sound like an AI is when you're trying to say Moriarty de Gaio.
Moriarty de Gaio. Yeah, it's tough for me.
There's
So,
the Turing
Captain-
test.
You want your adventures now to involve a nemesis who is mostly gonna just like have cozy meals, chat with his longtime friends, and
Yes.
And replay video games from 2013.
old video games.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to do Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West, but I haven't started yet.
Yeah,
I have it.
Do.
I have it on my PS5.
I can't get a PS5. It's such a pain in the butt. I haven't been able to get one. That's part of the reason why I'm
plenty in the 24th century. You could, in fact,
shoot.
you could buy a PS5 when you're buying a Gronok drink or whatever.
Oh,
They
I
hand
wish
them
I-
out at
wish I could
parties.
do
They
that.
have them in a big bowl like mints.
I haven't been able to get one here. I haven't
Well,
tried
they're
too hard.
worthless. They're worthless. I mean, you
Ah.
can't even play them in the 24th century. I had to do a whole rig out in order to even try to play it.
Well, I wish I had it here. Horizon
Well-
Zero Dawn and Elden Ring, I would play.
Elden Ring, I think there's a lot of hype. I think you have to be a real gamer to want to play that. It actually looks very boring to me.
It's too drab and maudlin.
Yeah, it's
for
too
me.
depressing. I
It's-
need something bright and
too
flashy
gray.
and fun.
But if you're looking for a fun game to play,
Oh.
might you be interested in Worfy's Gambit?
Wow.
It's modeled after Johnny's game.
Okay,
yes,
Wolf.
yes.
We all understand that we're doing a tribute to the Phoney and Collie show.
I'd love to participate in a tribute to Johnny's game or Worfy's game.
It's
Worfy's Gambit.
Worfy's
Worfy's
Gambit.
Gambit.
A whole new song, and I have to do different sound
Different
effects
music,
for right and wrong.
different
God
sound
damn it.
effects.
Now
Listen
there's
to
3
that.
fucking songs for this thing. There's
Listen to
Andy's
that.
Lame, there's Johnny's Game, and now there's Worfy's Gambit.
Well, maybe Johnny can do the music, or if you want.
No, it's fine. I don't mind picking it. It's just a slug of repeating music.
Yeah, from what I've heard of the Phoney and Collie show, Phoney
Phoney.
likes to
Phony.
suffer.
His name's not Phony.
Tony. Yeah, there was no way to know what I was talking about. So what's the gambit, Worf?
Oh, Worfy's Gambit. modeled after
Will,
Johnny's game.
AI Will hates you, Worf. You know that?
I'm getting that sense.
AI Will hates you because you've been so inhospitable to his positronic reconstruction.
I'm
Meanwhile,
trying to be fun and sort of, like.
Yeah.
have you ever considered
naughty.
that antagonism isn't fun?
Have you?
No.
All right. Let's get into. All right. Jean-Luc Picard, are you ready for Worfy's Gambit?
Yes, I am. Now, this is the game where Worf presents to me questions that result in witty pun answers that only Worf came up with. They're usually stupid and make no sense. And I then demote him in rank in Starfleet.
Whoa! What? Better
That's
not.
right. Every question I get wrong, you lose a rank.
Shit. William Bradford Hines, are you ready for Worfy's Gambit?
I am, and I will exact no consequences if I fail.
Well, we'll see about that.
Exactly. Engage, Worf.
All right. This first one. What was the most handsome technology to allow faster than light travel?
What was the most
Handsome.
handsome?
What was the most handsome?
Warp
good-looking
speed?
The Worf drive.
What?
You got it.
He didn't say it. He said Worf speed.
He got it close enough.
I got
What?
the pun part.
Unbelievable.
The Worf drive was the most handsome technology to allow faster than
Can I just
light
say that's
travel.
incredibly stupid?
Oh, really?
Yes, it's not even, it's like, oh, it's handsome, but it's just a Worf drive? Doesn't even fucking make sense.
It does. Worf is giving the questions. He thinks
Here
Worf
we go.
equal-
Hold on. If you were to say, oh, look what happened. They reshot a reboot of Driving Miss Daisy in the 24th century. But they have a different driver, and he drives kind of slow. But Miss Daisy has a name for it. Worf Speed.
Well,
You think that would
No.
be better?
No.
I mean, that would be incredibly difficult and unguessable.
That's
yes,
what
but
I
wasn't
think.
Jessica Tandy incredible in that?
She was absolutely incredible.
Amazing. She's dead now.
She's
All
very
right.
dead.
Who's
Question 2.
That's my roommate.
that? Oh.
It's my roommate. See ya.
Wait a minute. If he's an AI
I guess the AI
construct-
also constructed my roommate to make me feel more comfortable.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. Weird. Question 2. What was the quantum stretch of land that was both cheaply crass and tiring?
What was the quantum stretch of land?
What was the quantum stretch of land that was both cheaply crass and tiring? Oh,
I don't even understand what the answer would be.
I'm gonna guess it's making fun of you. So is it some pun on Picard or Jean-Luc? Is there some quantum stretch of land that is like the Picard, the back Picard, or the Jean-Luc Ocean or something?
Oh, is it the back Picard?
Stop it!
No.
You're dishonoring me!
Quantum stretch of land. What is like a
quantum stretch of land. Well, it's like
hyperspace?
time.
Or a
Time.
wormhole? A wormhole?
Morpheus Gambit.
And then wait, what's the other part of it?
What
Cheaply
was the
crass
quantum
and
stretch of
tiring.
land that was both cheaply crass and tiring?
So what in the Star Trek mythology is even a quantum stretch of land? Tachyon?
Star
Well,
Trek
time-
mythology?
Oh,
Ta-
tachyon.
Tachyon stream or a
No, I mean,
Tachylon
rays?
field.
what?
Tachyon field.
Yeah, the
Tacky
tacky
field?
the tacky
Tachyon
field.
Yeah.
Oh, yawn.
The tacky yawn field. Pretty good, right?
Pretty good. Oh, you got Picard good in that.
I love tachyon. I love anything to do with tachyon. I think it's so funny. What a funny word. What a
You
funny
guys
word.
got it. You guys do great.
Diarrhea and
Morpheus Gambit.
tachyon, my two favorite words.
Here, okay, try this one. When he's not in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels or Cider House Rules, this actor is being sweet, but not so healthy.
It's
Michael Candy Cane?
Oh, Michael Candy Cane, yeah.
No.
Stop it!
Okay,
You're dishonoring me!
When he's not in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels or Cider House Rules, this actor is sweet, but he's not as healthy.
My sickle cell cane?
No.
You're dishonoring
Probably
me!
like saccharin or what's the sugar substitute that's like aspartame or something or
Aspartame?
aspartame. Yes,
Splendicane?
You really
Splendic-
can't pronounce foods.
I really can't.
Aspartame?
I don't know what I
have a
I don't know.
question.
Is that the
When you
ancient
would-
Greek?
When you were
don't
doing
know.
improv in the past, do you
Yes.
think other scene partners knew what you were talking about when you referred to food?
Probably not. No, probably not.
Do you think
Aspartame.
most unusual things happened in your scenes because you mispronounced food?
I'm sure it happened a bunch. I'm truly an idiot with foods. I'm like I don't know what it is. It's a real blind spot for me.
How would you say pork belly?
I could do that one. Pork belly.
Charcuterie.
Ooh. I mean, once you say it, I can charcuterie. I could copy you, but like
Flan.
flan, yeah. But I say flan all the
Tapas.
time.
Tapas.
Tapas, yeah. But I definitely said tapas before. I've definitely, in the heat of a sentence, just said tapas.
My
I've
kill
said-
cane.
Stop it!
Oh, so
You're
how about
dishonoring
Stevia
me!
Martin?
Oh.
Stop it! You're
He
dishonoring
wasn't
me!
in Cider House Rules.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Stevia Martin
that's
is
pretty
very
good.
good.
So Michael Caine.
By the way,
that?
Only Murders in the Building seasons 2 through 7 are incredible. It's very sad when Martin Short dies during the filming of season 5.
Didn't like season 1, though.
No, didn't like it at all.
I don't know what it might be.
All right, well,
Kill.
when he's not in Dirty Rotten...
Daikyo. What
Stop
is
it.
it?
You're
These
dishonoring me.
rotten scoundrels or cider house rules. This actor's being sweet but not so healthy. It's not Michael Caine. It's Michael high fructose corn syrup.
Oh, Worf, you idiot.
Because it's
Oh my
not Caine,
gosh.
remember? Cane
Yeah.
sugar's like healthy.
Yeah.
Right, Worf. Well, those were
I have
pathetic.
more.
Okay,
Let's do
another
another
one.
Okay. Please name this inventor of the warp drive who would also restrict the blood flow to penises, producing stronger erections.
Zephyrin Cockring.
You got it, Zephyr Cockring. And then, what did last one? What did Uhura say when she marked her bucket list of crew members she wanted to make out with?
Kirk out.
Stop it. You're dishonoring
Clear
me.
captain or
Stop it.
What
You're
did she
dishonoring me.
freedom from
What did Uhura say when she marked her bucket list of crew members she wanted to make out with?
Are you kidding me? I had to
Shit.
make out with Bill.
Stop it. You're dishonoring me.
Chekhov, Sulu, Chekhov,
Yeah,
Chekhov?
Chekhov.
Wow, very good.
And this proves, Captain, that I know more about the Phoney and Collie show because that one was stolen from an Andy's lame.
Was it really?
Andy Rocco asked
It was
Tony and
stupid
Johnny
then,
that
and it's
same
stupid
question
now.
in an Andy's lame in episode.
The Christmas one, right? Or the one right after the
No.
Christmas one?
I don't know,
two-
the one that
two
no
or three.
before that.
No, Andy's Lame happens after the Christmas one, doesn't it?
No, I don't think so.
I can't tell. I don't know.
You don't know? Andy's lame, episode 12.
Oh, really?
Oh, all right.
Episode
Maybe I heard that one. Maybe that's how I was able to guess it.
Oh,
Doesn't
yes,
even
I see
remember.
it here. Episode 12 is Andy. That's right. And Julie Klausner was episode 11.
Great episode.
Oh, yeah.
When was Will? Was Will episode 5 or
5? That's
3?
pretty early. That's pretty early in that. 3? I might have been 3.
No, you weren't
No,
3.
you went
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Andrea Rosen was 3. God,
Yeah,
you guys
listen.
really don't know shit about the Phoney and Collie show.
I really
I'm the
don't.
#1 super fan in the 24th century.
All right, relax, Wolf. Anyway,
Oh shit, what was that? The Cardassians are attacking. Oh my god.
struck by a photon torpedo or
How
some
do
sort
I-
of energy beam.
Computer!
Battle
Oh,
stations.
Shit, I gotta
Nothing.
turn the
You
computer
turned-
back.
You turned the goddamn ship's computer off, and now we're stuck in this podcast with this AI who can't even pronounce his own breakfast.
How do I switch it back on?
Well, there's only one way. The computer is triggered to turn back on when our guest gives his plugs.
Oh,
okay.
oh, right. You're hooked up to the computer. Can
Yeah.
you have to give your plugs, but they have to be intriguing enough.
This is
for the
helping.
computer
Okay.
to wake up, and then we'll be able to turn the computer on.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. So I did one already. The book Baked by John Flynn. I helped to bring this to light, even though I didn't write it. So I would like
Take
if
credit
anybody
for
wants
it.
to read stories about early 2000s UCB and selling pot cookies, and it's available on Amazon. It's called Baked. $20, 300 pages. I think it's really good. I have a podcast that's available on cbbworld.com
Oh,
called
interesting.
You Can't Handle the Sleuths,
Oh yeah, great.
which is an
great
improvised
one.
murder mystery. And
Oh, you would be
so-
perfect for my Sherlock Holmes mysteries then.
Picard, you'd be a wonderful
Tony and
wonderful
Johnny
guest
would
on
be
this.
great on that.
Yeah,
love
Tony
to
and
have
Johnny
Tony
would
and
be
Johnny on.
wonderful on it.
Yeah.
I'd
It's a
love to
shame we can't go back in time and alter the timeline because they never appeared on it.
That's too bad. What an oversight on my part. But yeah, you
Maybe
can't
it's
handle
'cause
the
you're dead.
sleuths. Yes, I'm dead now, so I can't do anything. cbbworld.com. And then, one more. Screw it. We're just going to talk about comics. That's another podcast that I do with my brother, Kevin. We talk about comic books. Weirdly, we're starting to get a pretty big audience, and that shocks even us. But if you're a comic book fan, you might really like it.
Really, I'm sure Tony and Johnny will be immensely jealous of that, considering the amount of effort they put into their podcast.
Yeah, you guys
What's
put
a big audience?
Yeah, what's a big audience?
What's a big audience?
like 8,000 or 9,000 per episode.
Wow,
I mean, that's
really? What the fuck? Seriously?
for a comic. It's niche
Yeah, I
comic
guess
book
comic
fan
books.
stuff. Yeah.
Maybe we should send a time message back in time to Tony and Johnny to be like, just talk about Grey's Anatomy or some bullshit, then everyone will listen to it.
We're just talking about fucking when fucking
do you think-
Ghost Rider and teamed up with Punisher and Wolverine to fight Mephisto.
We would do an episode on that. For
6,000 more people would listen.
We just did a preview of Moon Knight because there's a new television show from Disney
yes.
and Marvel. So we did like a
Very
review of the
exciting.
Moon Knight comics.
Did you
Crash
enjoy the
Course
television show?
I really did enjoy it.
I'm
was surprised
excited.
How much I enjoyed it.
Did you enjoy the what's the one with the guy who shoots the arrows? Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Did you like
I thought
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye was fun. Hawkeye was very like sort of lighthearted, fun adventure.
I
Maybe
thought it
not
was
as
fun.
like
Christmassy.
Yes,
very
yes.
Christmassy.
WandaVision was my favorite of all the sort of the recent
yes.
ones, but I've enjoyed all of them though.
What a
They
great
felt really good.
honoring of television WandaVision was. It
Yeah,
was a
finally
great
something that's
honoring
willing to
of 20th century television.
to parody television for the first time.
For the very first time, it's
Yeah.
true in our time. right?
Especially to make fun of sitcoms and the whole like studio audience thing. Like no
Oh,
one,
so
I
silly!
really did
No one
like
does that. No one does that on the Phoney and Collie show all the time.
All right. Well, it looks like those plugs were pretty interesting to the computer. The computer's booting
The ship's
up.
computer's turning back on. It just needs my final captain's key, which is, if you enjoyed this podcast, why don't you go to Apple Podcasts and leave a 5-star review and then type about 3 or 4 sentences in there.
Faster, Captain, faster.
I'm trying.
Integrity's at
And also
40%.
make sure that you leave a 5-star review. Even if you go, 4 stars, because I'm a different kind of person. Well, then just write in the fucking review. But
Shields are booting up.
We want to celebrate that we're over 200 plus reviews at this point. At 5 stars, it's incredible. Also, Spotify, you can just click it. It's very fast. Make sure you listen. Make sure you click on our sponsors' links. It does, it's great if you
Photon
enter the
torpedoes
code, but you
arming.
need to enter this thing as well. Ah! All right. Open the doors. Open the holodeck doors.
All right.
Here we go. Everyone
Here
run
we
out.
go.
AI will hide. Run out. Let's see if you can survive. Let's see. Oh, you're fading. You're fading away. Oh, no, you're
fading
fading.
away. All right.
Quick, to the bridge, Worf, you idiot.
All right. Aim
no,
at the
I
ship.
got my diarrhea again.
Oh no!
Oh, wait a minute. Beam my diarrhea into the face of the Cardassian captain. I don't care if it removes my organs.
Wow, it's happening! Wow, the Cardassian ship is falling. It's swerving all over the space.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hitting
all
an
over the
asteroid.
space. Hold on.
It's
Wolf,
swerving
it's
around.
falling. It's swerving all over the space.
Oh wow, they went into a space ditch. Oh man, we won't hear from them anymore.
Well, another adventure resolved. And
all right.
And Worf, I have a feeling this Will Hines AI, I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of him.
I share that feeling, Captain. Get your hands off my balls.
Goodbye to your
Goodbye.
balls.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you, AI Will Hines.